morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Golden Drop Call. My name is Diana Henkel, and I'm super excited to be here with you today to share an essential oil called Myrrh. Where does it come from? First off, it is just like the frankincense tree. It's a resin. So it's the Conemaphora, for those of you that would like to know. So it's harvested just like frankincense. It's a resin. So of course it's a base note, and it has that very woodsy, warming smell, aromatics to it. So it's really great for calming. It's great for the skin. In fact, one of our blends, doTERRA blends at Immortelle, has myrrh in that. I love that blend because it's good for, like, it's got all the, I call the bad boys in it. But myrrh in itself is, you can use for digestive issues. You could use it for cramping. And again, it's really good for the skin. It's really rejuvenating to the skin. So for all of you that have your favorite lotion or favorite eye cream, if you're not using doTERRA's, add a few drops of myrrh into your regimen and add it to your skin on your face, and it's phenomenal for that. It's also a very good oil to help support the liver. Where would you do it? You would apply that topically over your liver. Now, of course, there are many places we can put our essential oils. Back of the neck is one place. Bottom of the feet. So we can also use it over where the area of concern is. Like if we want liver support, we can literally put it over the liver. It is a product, an oil that we can use all three ways. We can use them aromatically, we can use it topically, and we can also use it internally. Now, you may or may not want to dilute the essential oil when you use it top or internally. And we have a chat. Let's see. Okay, that was just for that. And since it's such a very heavy oil, when you are using it the first time and you want to get it out of your essential oil bottle, it may be very, very thick. And so you might want to just add a few drops of like a carrier oil, like fractionated coconut oil, to it, so that it's just a little bit easier to get out of your bottle. I remember the first time in the vetiver, same thing. So myrrh in itself, we also can, not only good for thyroid support, but for the skin support, rejuvenation of the skin. We can also use it for it's calming to the senses, whether aromatically or whether it's topical application. If you're wanting to calm down the anxiety, I would suggest putting it on the pulse points. And the reason why is because we can go directly to the heart that way. Mm-hmm. So that we can calm down the mind, because we're already smelling it aromatically, which instantly gets through the olfactory, which gets into the brain. And now what we're doing is we are allowing our hearts to mend as well. And so that's why I'm like, this is an oil really we never really think about as enough, just like a lot of other oils. But I think we all have our favorites, and then we forget to go and research or actually look into using something else besides those that we really, really like, right? So anything skin, like eczema, psoriasis, and even nail fungus is another one, because it's high in sesquiterpenes. It's like 75%, and so that makes it really good as an antibacterial and also an anti-inflammatory, because that's what sesquiterpenes do. When you're looking at the science part of it, it is stronger in the anti-inflammatory department, but it's antifungal, it's anti-carcinoma, it's anti-catarrhal, it's antimicrobial, it's an antiseptic. And so we can use it for many things, even those bigger inflammation and the bigger diseases that we might have. We can use that in conjunction with things. So, or I shouldn't say disease, but if we're having problems somewhere, this is a really good essential oil to reach for. It's actually very good for the mouth, and when you are, if you've got like a cancer, like a canker sore in your mouth, myrrh can be very good for that. When we're looking at things of the mouth, problems of the mouth, myrrh is very good for that. You can actually either you can put a drop on with your toothpaste. Now, if you're using the doTERRA toothpaste, like Sharon said, it already has myrrh in there. That's another reason why the toothpaste that we have is phenomenal. And I've 30 years in the dental practice, and that toothpaste is phenomenal when it comes to helping the gums heal from whatever problem you have. And so it helps in stopping bleeding and in like canker sores. And when you add like clove to that, now clove is really, really, really strong. So please bear that in mind. You're always going to want to use either a good, like a carrier oil with that, like fractionated coconut oil. And whenever you're applying to the skin, myrrh is something that you can actually do neat, which means that you don't need to dilute it. But when it comes to the mouth, our mouth is very sensitive, and you really got to pay attention to that. So you may not want to use it neat, but as long as you have like a shot glass full of either water and put one drop, that's all you'll need. You don't need more than that. And if you're really having a hard time, you could add a little bit of clove, but I would suggest the dip of a toothpick in your clove in that regards. So when it comes to the healing, especially of the mouth, it is phenomenal for the mouth, because I have seen some phenomenal results from people using the toothpaste and even using the mouthwash. And when you have hygienists that think they've made mistakes, if you've gone through the pocket depths, they measure your pocket depths. And if you have a experienced hygienist who thinks going back 2 or 3 months later that they've made a mistake, that's a good product. So I highly recommend that to anybody and everybody. I don't use anything different. And I do not like fluoride either. Even though I'm a dental person, I don't like fluoride. And our toothpaste does not have that. So getting back to myrrh. So myrrh, I'm going to give you a recipe also. Myrrh is good for your hair, so that's part of our skin system. And if you've got dandruff going on, myrrh can be part of that. So there's a recipe, and the recipe is you can do 2 to 6 drops. So you can either put it in your shampoo, you can either just use it neat, however way that it's best for you to apply to the scalp. Mostly I would suggest putting it in the shampoo that you're using if you've got a lot of dandruff. So 2 to 6 drops in your shampoo, but you would use melaleuca, cedarwood, rosemary, petitgrain, which is another one we don't think about very often, and your myrrh. And you can add those into your shampoo and use that for dandruff control. And myrrh is also really good for your bee stings. It's another one, especially your wasp. That's one that we don't think about going to. We always think about lavender or clove, some of these others, but we never really think about myrrh. And myrrh is one that we should think about.